On this podcast clip, I had my good buddy King Khang on that many of you know. He's the little guy who's always on TikTok and Instagram talking about getting the money. And in this clip, we talked about the importance of wholesaling and why real estate investing can change anybody's life, regardless if you're like him and you grew up in a trailer park with nothing. And we also talk about the importance of social media and how it can help grow your business. So I think you're going to really like this clip.
So, you got in the wholesaling game, you started killing it with that, and, you're doing great. I mean, look, whoever can make 6 figures a month, like, that's the dream. I remember that was the dream for me. I was like, one day, dude, and I remember my first 6-figure month, I was like, this is crazy, dude. I can't believe I just did this. And eventually, though, you realize, like, okay, I can do more. And you have a choice to make. You can say, well, I want to scale this business even more, which is like most of the people in our masterminds we go to. That's what they're very single focused on their one business, which I think is great advice. People always give that advice. Focus on one thing.
Yep.
But you and I were both like, well, there's a whole bunch of other streams of income we can make using our unique skill set of, being good on camera and being creative. So tell me how the social media path ended up like coming about and becoming this other stream that's bigger than your wholesaling business now.
Absolutely. Looking back of where I start to where I am today, like there's only 5 key things that I can share with you that I don't care what business you do, as long as you can do this 5 steps. Like, you are guaranteed to become the next millionaires.
Is this what you said on my YouTube video?
Yes. And absolutely. Number 1 is you gotta figure out what it is that you want to do. Too many of you're just drifting. I see people go to college. They change from one major to another major to another major, and they end up being like 10 years in college. Yeah. Come out and ain't doing shit, right?
Yep.
Dude, so figure out what it is you want to do. The sooner you can figure out what it is that you want to do, okay, the next thing you want to do is you want to find a mentor. You want to find 1 or 2 people, not 10 people, 1 or 2 people online, all right? Because of social media the way it is, there's a bunch of free content out there. Find yourself a mentor and do exactly what they tell you to do. Now listen, find the doer. Find the one that are living the life that you want, making the kind of money that you're desiring to make, and just do exactly what they tell you to do. And then number 3, dude, is you got to commit. And I say this, success is like a marriage. It takes commitment. And most divorces, just the same thing.
Right.
Lack of commitment. Because when you commit, you listen. When you're committed to something, you understand that there are going to be good days and bad days. Like, you don't get into a marriage and think it's all going to be rainbows and stars. Dude,
right.
Lon and I still fight until today.
Yeah.
All right? So it takes commitment. Once you commit, you know that you're going to stick with this until you succeed. And then number 4 is a lot of you don't take this massive action. A lot of you are reading the books. You're consuming the content. You're listening to your mentor, but you ain't doing shit, man.
Yeah.
All right? So you got to take massive action, okay? So what you put out, that's what you're going to get back. A lot of you saying, Khang, I have a full-time gig, all right? But I only have 2 hours for this. Dude, then you can't expect to get a deal. You can't expect to get a deal in a couple months.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Maybe you can get lucky. But let me tell you what I did, all right? Dude, 8-hour, 5 o'clock from 5 a.m., all right? So I'm going to share with you what I had to do, the price I had to pay to get to where I am. The question you should ask yourself is, are you willing to pay the price? Are you willing to make the sacrifice? Because you look at Pineda, you be like, oh, Pineda did this. But did you know what Pineda had to do many years ago in the back to get to where he is? The question is, are you willing to do that? Most of you will say, I will. But I promise you, when you're going through it, you won't. You will give up. Because it's too hard. And I can tell you, there are times where I want to throw in the towel. There's time where I want to give up. But the reason why I don't is because the main reason is because of my wife. Because I said if I give up, then I'll give up on her, not just myself. So whenever you decide you're like, hey, Khang, I want to throw in the towel, I want to give up. You just got to understand you're not just giving up on yourself, but you're giving up on the people that depend on you to succeed. Your parents. Maybe you wanted to retire them. Maybe you want to buy them the car, the house, or retire and put them on that, send them on that vacation trip. All right, your spouse, your kids, give them the life that they deserve. So when I wanted to quit, man, I think, dude, I can't give up on my wife. I gotta keep pushing. I gotta give her the life that she deserves. Because she been with me since the get-go. And that's what wakes me up every single day until now. Okay? So listen. Okay, knowledge without execution is worthless. You can read all the books, you can listen to all the podcasts, but if you don't put in the work, nothing will happen. Because nothing works, my friend, if you don't. Then number 5, is you just brand it. Take the skills, the knowledge that you have acquired, and you just brand it. Listen, knowing what I know today, you don't have to, you don't have to start wholesaling and get to 100,000 a month and then start your brand. Maybe you start making 10,000 consistently every single month, and then just brand it. Show people exactly what you do, okay? And it open up other doors and opportunities. Affiliate, coaching, consultant. Because there are people that don't want to make 6-figure a month, man. Because I remember when I was making 2,000 a month, if someone can show me make 5,000 or 10,000, boom, I'll pay for it.
Right.
And that's it. And then you just brand and open up other doors and opportunities.
I initially did not like talking about money and how much I made and stuff, but every time I did it, people were like, "Oh yeah, show me more. Like, tell me how you did it."
Yeah, so dude, I hear this from people all the time. It's like, "Hey, Khang, I don't want to go on there and I don't want to show this. I don't want to flex." Well, dude, to me, listen. So if I decided I want to get a 6-pack, all right? And you're telling me, hey, follow me. I'll show you how to get a 6-pack. But you always wearing a shirt, man. Come on, man. Shit. Like,
Why should I trust you?
Correct. How do I know that you really have a 6-pack? So sometimes you gotta give them a little sneak peek. You gotta show a little skin. Not all the time. I see that people showing it all the time. It's just overdoing it. Right. But you gotta show. You gotta let people know that, hey, I do what I'm telling you, what I'm doing. So and that's how you own the space. That's how you become authority, right? Now people can see that, hey, he's really doing, and he got the result, and that's exactly what I want.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And you told me this like a year ago, before I ever started TikTok. So I want to tell that story here real quick. This was in March of 2020. We were at our mastermind, and I remember you showing everybody your TikTok.
Yes,
and nobody was on it, dude. You might have been the only one, and you had like 100,000 followers at the time, right? And you were like, dude, it's so easy to grow on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but who cares? And you were like, no, Pineda, you got to start a TikTok. And I was like, dude, it's stupid, right? So I didn't do it. And especially, too, the pandemic was happening, and I'm like, dude, I got to worry about my businesses. I ain't got time to go joke around on TikTok, Like, the world might be crashing. Who knows? And so I remember, lockdown happens, and you text me, like, at least how many times did you text me?
Dude, I don't remember, but I really want to see you on there.
Yeah,
that's all I know.
You text me maybe like a week later, and you were like, dude, why haven't you posted?
Yes.
I was like, oh, I can't get into my account. Like,
yes. Yes.
And then you text me again, maybe like a week later again. You're like, Pineda, you gotta post. And I was like, dude, I don't know. And then finally, I think I posted, and you were like, yeah, good job.
Dude, and I think your first few one of them went super viral.
Yeah, we had one that did good. Like, it got like, I think 30,000 views, and I hadn't had any followers, right? And I'm like, dang, 30,000 views, that's crazy for no following. And then, so that kind of encouraged me. And so I just started posting, and I didn't know what I was doing. I don't think you really knew what you were doing yet either.
Not really.
And then throughout the pandemic, we started to just figure it out together. And like, now you got like what? 3 million?
3.2. Yeah.
3.2 million.
Who's counting anymore?
Who's counting? So I don't have quite that. I've got 800,000, but I think you're a lot more intentional about it. Like you, every time I see you, you are just always thinking about creating a new TikTok and, short form content. Whereas I'm like, yeah, I kind of just would rather use these clips.
Yeah. Honestly, I think the short term content are really, really taking off right now. I think obviously Instagram, YouTube are starting to want to jump in, and a lot of attention right now is going on TikTok, because TikTok is the shorter, the shorter video, and now YouTube and Instagram are all wanting to do that.
Yeah. Thanks for watching that clip from the Ryan Pineda Show. If you want to see the full interview, you can actually find it in the link below. Make sure you also subscribed on both YouTube and Apple Podcast.